Legion Tactical Cutlery.
Hold the line!
Hey everyone, hey guys, doing Grugs here, Legion Tactical Cutlery. Welcome back once again, troops, legionnaires, and any new recruits. As always, really appreciate you all taking the time to check out my channel and my videos. All right, well, today I've got a new collaboration with Wuben. Okay, they make flashlights. Now, I'm not a stranger to Wuben. About 3-4 years ago, I have purchased a flashlight and a headlamp from Wuben. And this is the C3, and it has served me well for over 3 years. Okay, so I also have a headlamp. It's tucked away in my backpack. When I was in New York, I used to use it under low light conditions. I used to, push the envelope, staying in the park, even sometimes before dark. And I would use these flashlights to ensure that my path was clear so I could walk out of the, the park to my vehicle. So definitely not a stranger to Wuben, new to the collaboration with Wuben, and I just want to thank the reps at Wuben for giving me this great opportunity. And today we're going to be taking a look at the Wuben G5, okay? But before we do that, let me know what you guys are carrying today. Well, I've been carrying this, my CRKT Pilar. Very nice knife. It is a frame lock. I got to do a review on this. I don't remember what the steel is, but you know what? It's been serving me well. Look how nice and thick that is, man. Very nice knife. Let me know what you guys and gals are carrying today. And veterans and active military, as always, just want to say thank you very much for your service. Awesome. All right, so let's just go over some quick specs. Now, basically, I'm not an expert with flashlights. I don't have the software, I don't have the mentality of, collecting flashlights. I'm just going to show you the features that I find helpful for me on this flashlight and the lighting systems that work on here, okay? You're going to have to decide, if this particular flashlight is right for you. There's also way better content creators than me when it comes to flashlights. And to understand and learn about this flashlight, I had to take a look at a couple of content creators, and I didn't know that they had software to check out the lumens and stuff. Just crazy. Way better people out there than me if you want the technical specs. In any case, though, I'm going to show you a picture of some of the technical specs, which is on the back of the box right here. And you could pause it for a second or two, and you could just take a quick look at some of the brightness, the times, etc., and some of the other lighting features that are here. So pause on this, take a moment to take a look, and then we will continue. All right, good. So let's get started at, taking a look at this flashlight. I'll start first with the physical aspects of the flashlight. Okay, let's go over the physical aspects of this flashlight. I'll go over, every little bit of detail here that I possibly can. But basically, it's the size of a flashlight, and you can see it fits in the palm of your hand. And this could also, be put on a lanyard, a keychain. It's pretty small little unit. It's a little different, it's square. I am more used to the idea of something like this. However, this has its uses, okay? And I've already used it to do some filming. But once again, about the size of a Zippo lighter. The main attraction here is the two LEDs behind that nice lens, all right? One is white and then the other one is multicolor, all right? This lens is movable in this housed area over here, 180 degrees, so depending on what you need, okay? It is completely versatile for 180 degrees in those directions. So if you need to flash it straight, you can. All right. So this is a clip right here. All right, and you could clip it, and I've seen people clip it to their hats. You could clip it to your backpack, your belt. You can pull it out, and it's movable. Okay, you could set it to the front. You could set it to the side here. All right, and then you could set it to the rear. So once again, it makes it very versatile to move your head lens right there, okay? Just set everything back for everybody. There we go. All right, back in its normal position. This is a stepless dial. You can actually change the brightness of the white light and the different colors of the spectrum LED right here. On-off switch and also a battery indicator. There is a locked mode, okay, and you can see this sliding switch right here. There is a lock mode light, and then if you need to recharge, there's that C charger right there. Okay, if you look carefully, there is a hole here and here to put a lanyard, unless you want to put it around your neck. A magnet, not a very powerful magnet. However, if you're gonna attach this to something stable, like I have a garage door here with a metal strip, you know, and you attach it to that garage door, as long as you're not going to bump into it or anything, it will stay very stable. Let me break out my knife over here and I'll give you an example. All right, so if you have something stable, so maybe you're doing some work on your car and you attach this to the top of your roof, as long as you ain't going to go crazy shaking it around, all right, this will stay in place and provide you the necessary light that you need. That's what I found in testing this out. Okay, so just remember, it's not a very strong magnet, but it is extremely functional. It has worked for me, so just be aware of that. Let me see if any other physical aspects that I need to tell you about here. I think I covered it. I've seen that this is a rail of some sort. I guess you could put it on some kind of a accessory that Wuben has. You know, I do have this little, unfortunately it's aluminum, but I have this camera bezel here to hold my phone, and this is what I use to film all that stuff. It would have been nice if I could have used this part to attach it to my bezel here, but it's quite different. So it is a separate accessory. You can go check it out on the Wuben site, okay? And pretty much, troops, that is the physical aspect of this light. Now let's check out the lighting. Before I go into the lighting, I just want to show you the battery function. So in the off mode, nothing happens. You put it in the light mode, you want to check the battery. What you'll do is you'll depress the button here for a few seconds. That light will come on. It'll either be red or blue. The red means it needs to be charged. The blue means that it's fully charged. Let's check out the white light. While in the on position, you can see the little light logo there. You just press it once and you will get the light. Okay, now you can quickly switch between low light and bright light, or the highest lumen. So the low light is 2 lumens, the bright light is 400 lumens, okay? Then what you could do is use this dial to ramp up or ramp down the lighting system here. Okay, so let me just show you the example. All right, and you will get different lumens here as you ramped up or down. So it is versatile this way, depending on how much light you need. That's very, very cool. It also has a memory feature, so when you shut it off, it remembers the last setting that you were on. Let me go a little bit lower. So very cool. All right. let me just lower this so I don't blind everybody. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so you can see that it's on. So if you need low light for reading something in the dark, you don't want to give away your position, you have this capability. Now, one thing that I noticed, okay, this switch right here is very easy to accidentally shut this off. All right, because sometimes I shut it. I didn't know that I moved this switch, and I wound up shutting off the light. Now I'm here pressing the buttons. I'm like, man, did I just break this? Did I get something defective? It's this switch. It is very easy to accidentally, you know, turn that off. But nonetheless, this is the feature of the white lights. Now let's go to the red light. Okay, in the off position, it will remember the setting that I had on. You'll see that very low light. What you'll do is you will depress and hold until we get the red light. This is about 10 lumens. Now, this is where the dial comes into play. You can actually switch the spectrum here, okay, with this dial. You know, whatever favorite light that you want. Maybe you're in a group of people, you have the same light, you need to, you know, make sure that one guy is red, one guy is blue, one guy is yellow. This light will scroll through the whole spectrum of the rainbow here for you, okay? I personally like the red light, and this is where we are back to. Now, a double click, and we have a blinker. Now, you could have this attached to your backpack as you're walking. Maybe you need to get off the trail onto a road. It might be dark, or it's getting dark, but you want people to see you. You've got a blinker. Press it again, you shut it off, you turn it on, it goes back solid. Now you could change to whatever light that you want. You might have a few people, you want to know who who those people are depending on the lights. You can, once again, double click and your light will blink in the color that you expected it to be. Last but not least, there's 3 more lighting features here. There is a red, blue flashing light. There is a red, green flashing light, and there's a red, yellow flashing light. So in the off position, while the memory is still in the red flashlight, as you can see, you turn it off, double click this, double click this, and it will start flashing. Now this is red, yellow. Double click again, it will switch to red, blue. Double click again, it will switch to red, green, depending on your needs. So you might have an emergency, and you might tell some people, I got this beacon flash in red and green, red and blue, red and yellow. Okay, you have that ability, and that's pretty much it for this flashlight, troops. So it's a very nice feature-rich flashlight. Okay, let's take a quick look at the box. It's a decent sized box that houses the flashlight. Let's open it up. Let's see what is inside here. Okay, kind of a fancy box. All right, this is where the light was, right? Obvious. So let's just get this out of the way. And then there's some items in here. All right, and you do have the manual, okay? And then you have some other items in here in this plastic, which I have not opened up yet. And in fact, I gotta charge this flashlight. Oops. Okay, good. So this setup comes with I just cut my finger yesterday and cut it pretty bad. So, all right, let's see what we got here. So this is the ring here that goes right here. You could snake it through, and then you could either attach this to your keychain, or it has this Wuben lanyard strap over here that you could hold on in your hand, or if you want, you can get a paracord and make a necklace out of it and hang this from your neck. All right, so they do include these items in the box, okay? And last but not least, they have a little charging unit. Plug it into a USB port. There's the C cable, and it will attach right here until it's fully charged. When it's charging, you will see the red. When it's fully charged, it will turn from red to blue. They have troops, the Wuben G5. Now remember, there are better content creators who will give you a lot more detail and technical data on this flashlight. Make sure you do a search for Wuben G5. I know I am late to the party, but they did reach out to me. I had no idea this light even existed. It's probably 4 or 5 months old. I looked on Amazon at the price. It's like 20 bucks, man. That's not so bad for a lighter sized pocket flashlight. Very, very nice. Troops, Legionnaires, new recruits, I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think about this lighting system. Let me bring awareness, everybody. Hashtag 22 a day, hashtag 22 a day no more. There are veterans and active military. Once they get out of the service, they do face a lot of challenges. Unfortunately, one of these challenges is suicide. So at the end of this video, pause on the slides, call those phone numbers, surf those websites. There's also a heartfelt message from one of your own, Martin Miller. Please seek the help that you all have earned and deserve. Troops, Legionnaires, new recruits, as always, really appreciate you checking out my videos. At the ready, hold the line. Take care.
Legionnaires!